Despite being the world's second smallest continent, Europe attracts more than half of all tourists worldwide. Europe's well-preserved cultural heritage, rich history, safety, and efficient infrastructure make it a breeze to visit. Today we will share our list of the top 10 places to visit in Europe. Subscribe if you are new and be sure to stay to the very end of the video for a bonus city. Number 10. Budapest, Hungary. When the Hungarians took over in the 9th century, Budapest was already a well-established city. Budapest is the country's capital and largest city today. Budapest was ruled by the Mongols and Ottomans, among others. Between these two events, Budapest, one of Europe's most beautiful cities, is home to the Museum of Fine Arts, which houses a collection of over 100,000 works. Visit the Old Town, which is centrally located and has many museums, churches, palaces, and the Parliament building. Number 9. GULLFOSS Waterfall, Iceland. You probably don't know many people who have visited Iceland. However, a visit to the spectacular GULLFOSS waterfalls may be worthwhile. GULLFOSS, located in southern Iceland, is one of the country's most popular tourist attractions. It almost appears glacier-like at times, which is perhaps appropriate given that it is fed by a glacier. The waterfall begins just after the Ifusa River makes a perpendicular turn and cascades down a 3-step staircase into a 115-foot deep canyon. Number 8. Athens, Greece. Athens, which has been inhabited since the 5th century BC, introduced the concept of democracy to the world and is the birthplace of Western civilization. Many of the town's major landmarks, particularly those surrounding the Acropolis, can be found in the Old Town. The list includes Zeus Temple, the Dionysus Theatre where Sophocles' works were performed, and the Pantheon, which sits atop the Acropolis. Number 7. Venice, Italy. Venice is for romantics who enjoy gliding down the Grand Canal on a gondola while listening to Italian love songs. After all, this is the city from which Marco Polo set out on his journey to China. Begin your Venice exploration at San Marco's Square, the city's most famous square. The Doge's Palace, the seat of Venetian government, and St. Mark's Basilica, Venice's main church, with stunning views from the tower, are both located here. Venice is also well known for its canal bridges. Number 6. Neuschwanstein, Germany. The phrase fairy tale castle perfectly describes Neuschwanstein Castle in the Bavarian Alps. This 19th century Romanesque revival castle appears to have stepped straight out of a fairy tale. Some believe Neuschwanstein was the inspiration for the castle in Disney's Sleeping Beauty. The castle was built as a retreat for Bavarian King Ludwig II, who saw it as a romanticization of the Middle Ages. The castle was constructed of brick and then covered in rock, including the white limestone visible from a distance. Number 5. Prague, Chechnya. With a long history of war and destruction, Prague is regarded as one of the best places to visit in Europe. Despite World War II devastation, Prague has a very nice old town that is worth more than a few hours of your time. Prague has many pedestrian zones, making walking a pleasure as you pass by Prague Castle, the Jewish Quarter, and the Charles Bridge. Wenceslas Square in the new town buzzes with a lively nightlife and entertainment vibe. Number 4. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona, founded by the Romans, is now a bustling city on the Mediterranean Sea. As Catalonia's capital, it is a regional powerhouse. It is perhaps best known for the unusual architecture designed by Antoni Gaudí. La Sagrada Familia, a church that has been under construction since 1892, is one of these iconic structures. You could plan your entire trip around his buildings, but you'd miss out on other Barcelona highlights like La Rambla, a popular pedestrian street in the city's center. Number 3. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik is a small city in Europe, but don't let that deter you. With a population of less than 43,000 people, this little gem is one of the most visited cities on the Mediterranean. Dubrovnik transports visitors back in time to when the fortified city was a major maritime power with the Mediterranean's third largest navy. You'll probably come across sculptures of St. Vallejo, the city's patron saint, whose life is celebrated every February as you walk the streets. Number 2. Paris, France. Songs celebrate Paris in the spring, but any time of year is good to visit this enthralling city on the Seine. It's a city brimming with history, culture, great food and high fashion. You won't want to miss seeing the iconic Eiffel Tower. The Louvre houses one of the world's most important art collections. Sacred Heart and Notre Dame are two of its most important churches. Versailles, with its famous Hall of Mirrors, is the epitome of opulence. Number 1. Rome, Italy. The ancient Romans established outposts all the way to the United Kingdom. They did not, however, ignore their hometown when it came to erecting monumental structures. The Colosseum, an arena that could hold up to 80,000 people for gladiator contests, is a must-see landmark. The Vatican City, with its impressive St. Peter's Basilica and art by Michelangelo, is one of the city's most popular attractions. Perhaps you'll catch a glimpse of the Pope at one of his Wednesday audiences. For those of you that have stayed to the end of the list, we have a bonus city for you: Warsaw, Poland. Warsaw, Poland's capital, has a long and complicated history, often marked by war and conflict. During World War II, it suffered extensive damage. It has, however, been lovingly restored to its former medieval glory, with brightly coloured townhouses creating a pretty, if slightly artificial place to wander around. Discover a diverse range of architecture throughout the city, including contemporary cafes and bars. There are plenty of outdoor spaces to enjoy, and with so many restaurants, it's a great place for foodies. We sincerely hope you found this list useful. Tell us about your ideal Europe vacation locations in the comments section below. You can show your support by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Join us on The Global Tourist and we will unleash your wanderlust together. Have a great one.